Hi friends, welcome again to Suzanne Elizabeth's Kitchen. Today I am going to be making a seafood stew, a tomato-based seafood stew. Now, my inspiration for this was something called, and I know I'm just going to butcher it, so if you know the correct pronunciation, please leave a comment and school me. It's something very popular in San Francisco. I believe it's spelled Cioppino, Ciopinno, Ciopinno. You know, I'm sure it's something that's not even close to what I've just said. So leave a comment, school me, tell me the correct pronunciation, send me a video link, and, you know, right my wrongs. But anyways, we're going to make something like that today. And I actually tried a already prepared version of this, and let me just show you what I'm working with today. I wish that I'm originally from Fort Lauderdale, and I'm used to really gorgeous fresh seafood. And there's the most wonderful seafood market on Commercial Boulevard, just east of Federal Highway, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's wonderful, fabulous. So if you're ever in Fort Lauderdale, go there. But here in Colorado, I know that they do have good seafood down in Denver, but I'm not down in Denver. I'm up in the mountains. So I have to work with what I have, and today I have a bag of frozen, but they say it's all wild caught, all natural, no preservatives. And what's in here is shrimp, clams, mussels, squid, and octopus. And, you know, that's what it looks like. It's a little bit of everything, so that's what we're going to be using. But to start with, what I'm going to do, and I'll just talk as I chop here. So I've got just a bunch of green onions, and you can use any kind of onions you want. And I am going to just give these not too fine of a chop. As you know, my mother is the one who's the chopping genius in our family, and she moved down to Florida. And so you're stuck with me. But that's okay, because, you know, there's a lot worse things in life than to be stuck with Suzanne Anderson. But anyway, so here we go. We've chopped, got about a handful. We're going to just put those in there and give it a little splash of some oil. Today I'm using canola oil. You could use olive oil. Olive oil would probably even be preferable. And we're going to turn that down to just a medium heat, because we want to keep an eye on these and make sure, in fact, maybe we're going to make it medium low, so that we don't want to burn anything, obviously. We just want to get these, you wonder what I'm flipping out of the pan? The little bottoms, a couple little bottoms got stuck in there, the little rascals. There you go. That's a better view. So we've got that. We're just going to let those just soften, and I've got a couple cloves of garlic here. So anyways, this is a recipe that I have wanted to try for a very long time, because it just sounds so good. I mean, it kind of, you know, just imagine your favorite tomato soup with fresh seafood in it. And I truly wish that I had fresh seafood, but I don't. So, you know, one of the philosophies of Suzanne Elizabeth's Kitchen is that you use what you have. That's it. You use what you have to create the best meal possible. My brother John was a great fan of telling me that necessity is the mother of invention, and that has been my touchstone ever since. Necessity is the mother of invention. So that's what we're going to just go with today. Now I'm going to go ahead and toss the seafood in here, and because it's frozen. Now if it was fresh, you would want to be very careful, because you don't want to over seafood, because then it becomes very tough. So we're just going to toss that in there frozen and let it get a chance to kind of unfreeze. The other thing I'm going to put in there is most recipes call for stock. I don't have any seafood stock, and I don't want to put chicken stock in because it's just not the same. But what I do have is some very nice, it's almost like a tomato stock. It's like tomato water, quite honestly. So I'm going to put that in there because this is a tomato-based soup. And then, instead of using just regular diced tomatoes or tomato sauce, I've got some fire-roasted tomatoes, and these have, they say fire-roasted salsa because they've got green peppers, they've got diced tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, Anaheim peppers, onions, garlic, and I think there's even little green peppers in there, but maybe that's the Anaheim peppers. Because what goes better, oh, look at this. See, that's really nice. That's got some really nice fire roasted color in there, and the spiciness from the jalapenos and Anaheim peppers is going to go so beautifully with what we're cooking with this seafood. And so now we've got that going in there, and if I can do anything to make this better, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to sacrifice, especially since it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon and we do not have our first glass of wine until 5 o'clock. So I'm going to sacrifice some of my good red wine. And this is, this is a Chilean Cabernet. Is it Chilean? Yeah, it's Chilean. Chilean Cabernet from Los Vascos. And it's actually quite good. Maybe we should have a little taste just to confirm that it's good. I know it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's also Friday. So we'll just take just a little taste while turn that up, while our seafood stew is doing its thing. Cheers. It's very good. This goes to my rule, which is only cook with I'm putting a little Tabasco sauce in. Only cook with wine that you would be willing to drink. So that means, no, you don't have to get your $500 bottle of wine out and cook with that, but I suppose if you can afford a $500 bottle of wine, you can afford to cook with it, but, this is a $10 bottle of wine, which I can afford to cook with and drink. So anyways, we put a little splash in there. I threw a bay leaf in. I'm going to put some freshly ground pepper in. I can't wait to try this. I think it's going to be so fantastic. You know what I was thinking is some of the recipes I saw said it would be so good with some fresh, crusty French bread, which I agree 150%. But you know what else I think it would be good with? Is on a rainy day, and unfortunately, or fortunately, today it's a gorgeous sunny day here in Colorado. I think it would be wonderful with a grilled cheese sandwich because, it's got that tomato base, so I think it's going to be really lovely. So now, according to the directions on the back of the package, the seafood, when you add it frozen like this, should just be let cook for 20 minutes. And so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to let this cook for 20 minutes. And I think it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to try this. I think it's going to be really delicious. So just let it cook. You don't want to overcook it, again, because if you overcook seafood, it, it toughens. The seafood toughens. So keep an eye on it. Don't let it overcook. But once it's cooked for about 20 minutes, give it a taste and see see if the flavors need to be adjusted. I haven't added any salt yet because I always like to add salt at the end and then add it gradually to make sure I don't have anything that's too salty. Maybe it's going to need another splash of wine. Maybe I'm going to need another splash of wine. Maybe we'll all need another splash of wine because it is Friday. So, anyways, I will post this on YouTube as usual. I will also post it on my website. And let me do my commercial. SuzanneElizabeth.com. SuzanneElizabeths.com with an S on the end. Beautiful aprons. This is my latest creation. It's hot pink canvas. Hot like me. And you can buy it on SuzanneElizabeths.com. And please, when you go to my website, subscribe to my YouTube channel if that's where you're watching this, or subscribe to my website if that's where you're watching this. Either way, subscribe so you can get me in your email box all the time. And that's all. That's all for today. The seafood stew is happily bubbling away. Let's taste it, you know. Let's just taste it because the dogs are here, everybody's here, we're all happy. I can't wait. This is going to be so delicious. I just know it. Mmm. Mmm. That is 100. It's very spicy. That's why my eyes are kind of watering. But that is absolutely 150% better than anything that comes out of a can or a jar. And you can see, I mean, it took 10 minutes to make. So please, get cooking. And then go to SuzanneElizabeths.com. All right, friends, it's Friday afternoon. Have a great, great weekend. Get in the kitchen. Cook with your family and friends. And go to church on Sunday. Why not? And God bless you. God loves you. So do I. And share your love and God's love in the kitchen by cooking for friends and family. I'll see you next time with my little splash of red wine on SuzanneElizabeths.com. Cheers.